Expect it like that.
All right, and welcome to another awesome episode of Shadow City Mysteries House of Skye. House of Skye is an actual play campaign set in Shadow City Mysteries, the role-playing game, a 5th edition compatible clockwork noir setting from Play On Word Studios. Set in the sprawling Shadow City of Soreta, this campaign follows the last surviving members of the once great House of Skye as they investigate family secrets, deadly conspiracies, and a curse that may reach back generations. Now, let's meet tonight's players. Raven.
Hello, I'm Raven. I'm a infiltrator from the East End. Sneaking into places I'm not supposed to be is less of a hobby and more of a career path.
Indeed, it is. Winston.
I'm Winston. I'm going to be playing. I'll be playing Paristi, a mind speaker mystic of the Church of Astra, and he's looking forward to doing a little bit of light reading.
All right, and Matthew Bell.
Hey, I'm Matthew Bell. I'm playing Farank Turn, a Society of Ravens face and the advocate for the House of Skye, and is here because he's trying to save up enough money to get a pony.
Getting himself a pony. Matt Walsh.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt Walsh. I'm playing Ignatus. I'm a savant. I'm a member of the Cult of Tenebris, and the shades stay on because honestly, he's seen enough already.
Good. And Ariel.
Hi, I'm Ariel Caston. I play Reggie Wren, a counterweight infiltrator with the Brass Consortium, and Reggie lives by the tenet that if you never stop drinking, you can't get a hangover.
Is that how that works? All right.
Just maybe trying it. We'll see.
Trying it. We'll try it. It's a thing to try. All right. Well, I'm Christopher Mifsud, your game master and host for this evening, as well as creative director of Play On Word Studios. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize the incredible team behind Shadow City Mysteries. Game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Rabbit Stoddard. Character art, Adam Schubert. Tarot art, Luana Zara. And UI and graphic art, Flor Tino of the Wanderer's Tome. House of Skye is sponsored by Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Each week, Idle Champions provides a free reward code for our community. You can find this weekly code in the chat by typing !code during the stream. This week's code is Gabby Litz Emits. That's right. Gabby Litz Emit. We'll see how we fit that into today's session. If you enjoy mysteries, noir storytelling, political intrigue, family drama, and tabletop role-playing games, you're in the right place. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. You can support the continued development of Shadow City Mysteries and gain access to exclusive content through our Patreon. Links are somewhere in the descriptions wherever you're checking this out. Interested in bringing Shadow Cities to your own table? Pre-order the Shadow City Mysteries tabletop role-playing game, which is available now. Now gather your clues, watch your back, and step into the shadows with the House of Skye. When we left our intrepid family, it was Friday night. You had just gotten into a fight or finished a fight with some people at a bar for reasons. On top of that, you you leveled up a little bit with your home. You are now a level 2 full-fledged family, influential family, which means you get some abilities that you didn't have before, which you didn't know you had before either for some of the first ones. So as a level 1 family, you were able to spend a week and switch out one of your skills to be proficient in persuasion if you weren't already previously. Also, when you did influence, anything that increased your influence and you roll die, you were in Silverwood, which is where your home was located. It would go from a 1d6 to a 1d8, which you only did a couple times. And I totally forget what the third thing is, but that's not as important. At level 2, the most important thing is now that die increase for your influence projects works anywhere in Soreta and Shadow City. So anytime you make a glad handing roll or whatever, you increase that to a 1d8. As Mandy so nicely alerted us to earlier, you were on easy mode. You still are for now. And once you get into the conspiracy level, when you fail a glad handing influence roll by more than 5, you'll lose a die. But now we'll just keep it. We'll keep the training wheels on for that for the moment. No reason to punch y'all in the face for that. But your house also got upgraded too. Until you get a pony, exactly. Your house got upgraded as well, so you now have a nicer home, which really just means it's more expensive, and you pay more every month for that. But on top of that, you also have a library now, which you can do research, which means the 2 skills that you picked to enhance through your library is investigation and history. So while you're in your home and you're doing investigation rolls or history rolls in the library, you get an advantage. And you can also spend 30 minutes every morning or day or anytime, 30 minutes during the day, come back and do 30 minutes again. You get advantage in one of those skills to take with you while you're out and about. So you get to do that once. I'm sure there's other semi-important things that go along with that. I don't think. Maybe. Let me see. Here. No, that's the wrong one. Library. Oh, and you have a parlor, which you already knew about, which again increased your stuff that you did. Oh, old friends. Sorry. So the thing we have been using because of your recognized clan and your influential family, old friends was once per encounter you can roll charisma instead of deception or intimidation as a replacement skill, which a lot of you use very often. And then, because you haven't done this yet, you can also recruit staff as a thing you can do during downtime. And the cost to do so is reduced by 20% because you have the ability called Old Retainers, which means you can call upon those with a history of service to your family. And then also you get the family discount, which means you pay 10% less for legal services and tickets to social events. So that's great for everybody except for Farank, because now Farank gets 10% less for his services, which is a shame how that works. Curses. Yeah, there's that.
I can sublet my legal services.
Exactly. So in the and there's a really big bathroom on the second floor that nobody uses. Looking at the map. So I'm just gonna comment here that while behind the scenes, while we were putting together the house has been put together. Stephen Cheney's done an amazing job putting the house together. He does anytime there's any updates or anything, he always is like, "Oh, do I put this in now or do I add this thing?" I'm like, "Sure." So, but my favorite this week was he's like, can I add the library? Where do you want me to put the library? And I was just like, what do you mean? And I went and looked at the map, and there's literally a 2-floor library in your house, right? And it's on the right hand side. And I go, where the library is? And he's like, I was like, there's a 2-floor. He's like, no, that's the music room or whatever in the upper right. I was like, no, just look on the left. He's like, oh, never mind. So, but we put that together like 6 to 8 months ago. So,
Yeah.
Great too. But I was just like, if the giant area that's because you guys can't see it on the map, but my map is clearly marked what every room is, right? And this is library, huge. So anyway, there's that. All right. So it's Friday night. Y'all left the bar. It's simply called the bar. They sell beer at the bar. It just says beer. Nothing fancy.
Yeah, so, I don't know. They didn't really serve us anything at all. So
they did. Well, they didn't even serve you hurt.
Right? They tried.
I got a few bottles.
It didn't work.
You took a few bottles. You didn't get served anything.
You did take a few bottles because of the deposit. I mean, you put the deposit down.
I'm not saying you shouldn't have taken it. Just
100%. So it is now Friday night. Oh, not Friday night. Friday night is ending. You got home. You can go about your business and then start the next morning. The only things to note before you go to beds is, Farank, you get a note saying that your uncle, the Admiral, it's your uncle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wish to see you Saturday morning at his place.
The Admiral?
The Admiral. Yeah, it's just
the Admiral's office.
It's the Admiral's office. Well, it's not. Yeah. It's his home. He calls it the Admiral's office. It is not the Admiral. Like, it's his home. And then Ignatus, you had gotten a note that Victor Rook, the gunslinger, would entertain you tomorrow morning as well. So anybody want to do anything before I push us forward to Saturday morning?
Just get some rest. That's about it.
Yep.
Gotta get up as early as I can.
Move some boxes.
All right. So, couple boxes are moved. I think that goes without saying most of the time.
Yeah.
And then Saturday morning. So Saturday morning, let's see what people are going to be doing for the morning shift. Raven. Nothing. You're shaking your head. That's what you're doing.
No. I'm sorry. I just rolled my signs of importance and rolled a 2. So I was like, of course,
hey, that could come in handy.
Yeah, real handy.
Hey, we're twinning. I just rolled a 2.
Oh, there you go. See. And if you had done that on your own, you could re-roll. So it works out. But what's Mandy doing? What's Raven doing? What's Mandy as Raven doing?
Yes, Raven is going to. I don't know. I think I decided I want to do some. Oh, that's right. I am going to. I can't actually think of the words.
You're going to
my black book. I'm working on my.
You're going to work on your black book, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's. Thank you. All right. Good.
The words would not come to my brain, and I kept on trying to spread it out. But yeah,
it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It works. Perrin, what are you up to this morning?
Perrin's gonna try to catch Esten before he is off on his
Saturday morning. He doesn't go anywhere.
Trips off on whatever events he's got going on today.
That's fair. All right. And Farank.
When did the Admiral want to see me?
This morning.
Well, I guess I'm going to see the Admiral then. Can't necessarily
I love
keep him
to
waiting.
see the Admiral, the wonderful answer. Never mind.
No. And Ignatus, what you up to?
Did Victor Rook specify a time of when he wanted to see me, or just in general invitation?
No, it was like this morning.
Okay, then I guess I'm doing that.
All right. And Reggie.
Even though I just spent all day and all night there, I'm going back to the Brass Rose to check in with Madame Rose.
That sounds particularly useful. Let's do that. All right. So let's start with Raven. Raven, what are you doing to try and clip through this book?
again, it's going to be probably going to just different places and trying to listen in on people's secrets, whether that be bars or whether that be, places of business. Depends what kind of secrets I'm looking for, I guess. But
Okay. Yeah, I
just
mean
trying to find things.
the gambling halls are
Yep.
open, and there are bars open in the morning, right? I mean,
Right.
the quality of secrets obviously probably, I don't know, go up and down
Depends.
dependingly. I mean, people that would
Right.
be spilled secrets at a bar in the morning is a possibility. So yeah,
Right, but
I
if they're
mean,
still there from last night,
yeah,
they might be pliable. So
it's very true. It's very true. So let's how would you like to do that? Deception, intimidation, persuasion, or insight? And you
I'll
can do persuasion twice if you want, if you swap out intimidation or deception.
I'll start with deception.
All right. Go ahead and yeah, give me that roll.
That's not working. So that's a 4.
So 4.
Wait,
Okay.
really? Oh no! I didn't do the right thing. I
Okay.
didn't do the
That's
right
fine.
thing.
I'll give you that.
It's a 9, which is really just the
Not
same.
that much
I
better.
rolled a 4. I still rolled a 4.
You would have a negative. You would have a negative die roll if we were using the rules as per written. Okay.
Right.
And the what's the next one?
I guess that's going to be 2 persuasions.
Okay.
18
Yeah, there you go.
and 14. Is there anything I can do to get that higher? I don't think so. Because I don't get persuasion. I don't think I can use my readiness, can I?
Yeah. Right. So does she have any bonuses to, or is that Reggie? I can never, because this is the point where you guys kind of split because
It's I
You would
do,
need
but
a skilled sneak for it, I think.
I do have skilled sneak, but that's for dexterity, intelligence, or wisdom checks.
yeah, I think Reggie's is because of the Brass Consortium.
Yeah.
She can
I
apply
can
it
do
for
charisma, but it's only because one of my special ability allows me to use it for charisma, but only charisma intimidate.
So you just rolled intimidate, right? Is that what you just said? Is that
Yeah, that's what I said.
all right? You rolled intimidate, so then you get to
Sure.
use your skill sneak because that is one of your options. So yeah.
Such a kind and benevolent DM.
2.
Which is enough to make that successful, right? Because that makes it 16. So there you go. So now you have 2d8.
2d8.
And if you want to, you can
I'm going
add
to spend 2 sneak points to do 2d6. Can I do 1d6 at a time to see?
They're not
if
1d6s. Remember, they're 1d8s. Yes.
Even the ones I add.
You know what? You can decide after you make the roll if you want to add the 1d. So that you're not, because you only need.
Understood.
Yeah.
So it's 2d8 and 2d6 though, right? Because the other ones are ones that I add, and it says add a d6. It doesn't say add.
I believe it. Hold on. But no, let me just check the ability that. So this is an ability enhancer, right? That we're talking about.
Right.
This the Skye estate, or sorry, the connected family thing. So let me just look. So recognize clan. So neighborhood ties. Increase the die by 1 size when you roll for influence. No, it's when you roll for influence. Clan handing. Yeah.
So I'll start with my 2 die 8. And that's 11 points, but it's actually 11, 10, 9 points. So 1 more, and that should be enough.
You're leaving me in suspense. I'm not looking at this.
Okay, I rolled an 8. I rolled an 8.
Oh, okay. There you go. Right.
So it's 7. So 7 plus 9 is 16.
All right, cool. So as you're doing all this stuff and you're gathering things and you're putting things into your book, and you at some point in time, so as you're getting the notes or whatever, in these last bits of putting the book together, you start to see names or symbols of organizations that you start to recognize a little bit. You're familiar with the secret. There's different ministries within the country, and one of them is the Ministry of Secrets. Security. Ministry of Security. Ministry of Security, which might as well be called Ministry of Secrets. Ministry of Security, which takes care of like all the things. Now, this is not. You see a symbol that this is not their official name. This is something that you came up with while you were in your service or whatever. And you see the markings of an organization that you like take notes called like the Office of Watchers. And so now you have what I call Raven's Black Book, right?
Awesome.
And this item, basically, while you have the Black Book, you gain advantage on influence rolls whenever it's reasonable that the individual organization you are attempting to influence could have information recorded within its pages. However, every time you do this, something is happening behind the scenes that you're not aware. Like you're aware that probably something's happening because you're using this book that you've gathered, but
Right.
you're not sure to what end. Now, once ever, you can decide to basically burn your Black Book and use everything that's in there. And what you'll do is you'll get 50% of the points of an influence project. So if it's a 100-point influence project, you will get 50 points right there and then. You know for sure
what's left or 50% of the total?
50% of the total.
Okay.
Because 50% of what's left is BS.
Understood, but I want to make sure I understand.
Yeah, if it's 100 points, you're already 50 way there. Then it's another 25, right? So again, it's more influential.
Right.
However, by burning the Black Book and using everything in it to get this, something definitely will happen. You are not sure what it is, but you know that something will happen. So that is
someone behind the scenes will not be happy.
Yeah. So there's that.
Very many people.
I have to adjust a few things, but I'll get you the item card for that.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. So again, you just need to. It's at my discretion whether or not the book work gives you advantage or not. But if you make a case, you're just like, this person's pretty shady, and I'm pretty sure I have something about them or whatever. I'll be like, okay, that makes sense.
Right.
So, yeah.
And don't use it too often, because if you do, you're going to get burned by it.
You don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
It could be they're just putting together like a really cool prize for you or whatever.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's a possibility. All right.
I'll use it to get Farank a pony.
There you go. That could. I mean, you should wait until he gets that influence project a lot higher, because right now it's not a very good pony. Like if you burn it on the pony he's working on right now, it's not going to be worth it. I can tell you that 100%.
All right.
It is. It's not a crap pony, but it is not.
The old gray mare. She ain't what she
Yeah,
used to be.
it's about that. So, all right, where to jump to next? Parrot. We'll go with Parrot. Let's go ziggity zaggity.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I actually get up earlier than I normally would. I've kind of gotten accustomed to sleeping in, but I kind of
You have, you lazy bum.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not being watched by 50 other people. So I get up and
well, you don't know that, but
I'm not being watched. Whatever. I'm assuming I'm not being watched. Well, the gods are watching me, so there we go.
The gods are always watching you.
Yes, they are.
And judging
from the ceiling.
Exactly.
So
from beyond.
I hurry up and get dressed, and I try to make it to Esten's office and just kind of peek in to see if he's there.
He's there.
Okay.
He's there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So I go, Esten, hi.
Just to know, as you step in, give me a perception roll.
Oh yeah. That's a 9.
All right, cool. You step in.
Okay.
Esten's at his desk. He's like, "Oh yes, Baron.
Hi. I was just wondering if I could have a moment of your time.
Of course, you can.
You kind of just lean back and kind of close the door back.
Give me another perception roll.
Okay. Okay, so that one's a 25.
25, yeah. You feel like the office is different, right? So you as you walked, you didn't quite catch when we walked in, but we went to go shut the door. You noticed that like you can't really see outside the office space. Like there's like a definitive like kind of pseudo barrier. It's a little hazy. Like you don't quite like you're shutting the door and you're like, huh. And the space itself feels safe. It just feels protected, sort of.
Okay.
The space that you're in right now.
Is there any particular color or anything, or just
No, there's no color. It's
Okay.
everything's monochromatic, just like
Okay.
like us right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, do you use detect magic?
At that point, if I notice that, I'll use a mystic sight.
Yeah,
and
you
see
can't
if-
target anything.
Okay. Oh, just okay. I can't. That's just if I do that, then I can't. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just shake it off and move forward.
Sure.
So, Esten, I just wondered if I could just have a moment or something, or just a little
Of
bit of
course,
your
sure.
time, if you don't mind.
Of course, you're a member of House Skye. Please have a seat.
So, I'm in an interesting position here because I'm not one of your grandchildren. I'm no actual family member, and I'm not I'm not like Farank, where he is kind of you're his client, and as an employee, he is somewhat
Well,
beholden.
you are an employee of the House of Skye.
Well, I am actually a representative of the church. Is that
Which we pay for your services.
Well, you make donations to the church.
Oh, no. it's
Myself,
payments. I don't make donations. No, you are in service to House Skye.
Well,
via the church, of course, but you are.
Well, as a servant of the church, and a pious servant of the gods, I would be remiss as your confessor if I did not hear your confession on occasion. And I think following the events of last night, today would perhaps be a good time to do that.
Well, it's been 50, 60, hold on. 68 years since my last confession. Where do you wish me to begin? So there was a woman in Gavuru, and then there was this gentleman in the I mean, which descriptions again? You have to catch me up on what is worthy of your time of such things, because I feel like
as I said,
early morning.
There
so
would be going through 60
space.
years of confessions would be a bit much. I think I'm more interested in just the events of last night.
58. So
58. Sorry, not the.
Yeah.
But I was more interested in the events of last night.
Well, I don't think we did any transgressions last night. I mean, we went to go drink. I don't drink. You you don't. You drink those fizzy.
Well,
pebbles,
I actually didn't have anything to drink, but this
exactly
isn't about me at this point.
Yeah. No, I get that, but I mean, well, I don't think. I mean, I had a light libation while I was there, but again, what are we qualifying?
Well,
here
this isn't a traditional confession, more so to speak. It's more of a fact-finding, or I guess questioning to get a bit of clarity on things.
You're going to have to be more direct than this, otherwise we're never going to get anywhere.
Well, I'd like to know what precisely was your intention in having the family go to the bar that was peopled by the Seekers of the Flame.
Yes, I see. So my family is there to fulfill the needs of the Skye household. And the Skye household currently seemed of interest in this organization because of what I had heard was responsible for the disappearance of orphans. I've started looking into them because of the family's interest, and also because reports were showing that upon my appearance within the city, this activity started to brew, which I found intriguing. I believe that this organization is looking into matters that are similar to my own interests and yours, with the celestial movements and activities that are occurring around the world. I believe they've been activated to do something in regards to the same celestial movements that we've been investigating. So I looked into matters, and my resources found that there was this was a place where this organization congregated. And so I was simply there to observe. That is what I do. I do it quite well, actually. It was only upon the appearance of your guests, which again, very welcome at the dinner, that the people who were congregated there showed their true colors.
Did it not occur to you that maybe bringing us there without informing us of that, your intention, that might put us in their sight? Did that not ever, was that ever a thought?
No, I knew we'd take care of the matter ourselves. Also, what was Quinn's a warning? Where's Quinn? I find it very difficult to inform all of you all the time of all the activities. You knew where dinner was going to be. You gathered there. To be honest, there have been a number of other places we've been that other business has occurred at that seem to gloss over most of you. So for one reason or another, I don't feel the need to inform you of all business that needs to be going on there. You're all adults, and you're all adults that seem to be able to, be able to handle yourselves. So
even if we were involved in that business, even if we were running our own investigations on these things, listen, I will say this. I have witnessed a lot of the things that you've done, and I will say that, and this may just be my opinion, I believe that you are a good person. I believe that you work with an attempt to aid people who need it, to help those who are being taken advantage of within your purview. I know that your intentions are good, but I also know that you gathered your family together, and Farank and possibly myself, because though you are not new to Soreta, the Soreta that you have returned to is different. There are a different generation of people here. The old contacts you have some of them don't exist anymore. And yes, I thought that was why you wanted them to come in to help you with this, because you felt that they were closer to, I think.
No. I've brought them in not because of what they know, it's because of what they don't know, and because they need to become educated in this. I've been around for a very long time, and I've been all over the world, and I have done many things. You all need to realize that there is a game at play that is much larger than all of yourselves, and you're not even pawns on the board.
So this was a test.
No, it wasn't even a test. The fact that we're having this conversation right now is not even a test. This is a shine to me that you're not aware of all the things that are going on, and then you're questioning me It's ridiculous. You know what you need to do? You need to do is take some of that time that you spend judging me and actually doing the first thing I asked you to do when you stepped into my home, which was learn who I am. And with that, there's a thunderous tone to his voice that like through the room. Have you taken one single moment to truly look into who I am and what I have done? No. I would say go and speak to your elder Crane. He observed in a few moments with this family more than any of you have in who you are and who we are. He will be able to speak to the moment last night better than your inquiry here with me.
I don't come to you to upset you.
You don't upset me. You upset me in the fact of your ignorance is what upsets me. You are supposed to be the wise one amongst these people. You are supposed to be the one that guides them through the darkness with the light.
And that's
if you say that I am benevolent, which I am not, note that. If you say that I am benevolent, then again, I implore you, do more research, learn more.
That's why I came here, to speak to you in case I'm called upon by the Inquisition so that I can ensure that they are told the truth and there is no mistake made, and that they don't capture the eye of that your family isn't in the spotlight any longer or at all.
It may do them some good to be in the spotlight.
By the Inquisition, I've seen what they're capable of.
I have
Look,
too.
I know maybe they don't share this sentiment with me, but in the time that I've been here, I've actually grown to like being with them. And I've seen, or in some cases heard, and I'm sure you have seen far worse, of what the Inquisition's capable of. And I'd like to ensure that I can do what I can to prevent them from that fate from befalling them.
You did last night by inviting your comrades to the dinner. Again,
No.
I guarantee you that Elder Crane observed quite a bit last night and learned more than you think he did.
Well, I'm actually, I would agree with you there. I think that at least my efforts, not knowing what you were working on, seem to have bear some fruit. So, but I will have to speak with him for other matters. So maybe I should ask to speak to him on you as well.
There are others. You could ask.
I mean,
no one asks. They just assume. You all come to judgment. And the only thing I ever asked any of you, first day you entered my home, was to do your own research and learn who I was and who I am.
And if what is found isn't that flattering,
you'll be surprised.
I certainly hope so. But I don't want to take any more of your time. May the gods bless you and your household, and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, Baron.
That'll turn around.
All right, roll for initiative. No, I'm just kidding. It's just
I won't even try to read your mind. It's fine.
Do you want to try?
You know what? Yeah, actually, he's gonna fight it, but I do want to. I will attempt to do a
He can't be.
read
He
thoughts.
can't. He can't be targeted.
Okay. All right.
He's like you can't even like you're trying to target with it with your divination
Like
spell.
I'm looking at him and I'm not seeing anything.
You see him. He just can't be targeted by it.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right.
I knew you could read my thoughts, boy. Meow 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 meow.
He's a vampire.
Yeah, as you leave, as you cross the threshold from his office out into the house itself, you feel like you can target. You know, you can see other things and like look around like you did before. But again, if you turn and look into the office space or whatever, can't pierce through the doorway.
All right. Actually, you know what? I want to do an Arcana check.
Okay, that's good.
That's a 12.
12 still. It's fine. You don't need. You know that there are spells. There are spells that can create spaces that are that can't be pierced by scrying or divination or other things like that, along with other, depending on how they set up it. And there are also spells that individuals can cast on themselves that make them untargetable by divination.
All right.
They're two separate things.
Okay.
Yeah, but you glean that perhaps like because the one does not stop the other. So if you were in that space, you should have still been able to, because you were in the space, do what you wanted to do, which means that the part that you wanted to do was separate from that and was another spell.
Got it.
But there was definitely magic at work there. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured the minute I walked in the door and everything was just quiet. I was like, oh,
it's super quiet. Actually, like again, the rest of the household did when he you had his like more thunderous voice kind of thing, didn't even like your conversation went out, even if somebody was up against the door, like they wouldn't have caught anything going on in there. So.
That's okay. I was very calm, so it probably wouldn't have bothered me as much.
Fair enough. All right.
Farank.
Yeah, so I get up, I go downstairs. I'm curious if Miss Dreadmire's around.
Miss Dreadmire's around. She's generally you can always find Miss Dreadmire somewhere within the household. She doesn't actually go outside the household that much unless specifically to deal with. But still, from what you're understanding, she only deals with matters of the house. So even if she steps outside of the house, it is for household business. So,
well,
yes,
she's around. Yeah, the Admiral requested my presence today.
Yes, I received the message. It was in response to the invite we had sent.
Oh, I am so glad that I found you. I had no idea what to expect here today. Oh, all right. Thank you.
Yes, I've known your uncle for some time in the family.
Oh, I know.
So
that's why I came to you first.
Oh no. Yes, he when I sent him the invitation, I actually made a personal phone call and reached him. He harumphed a little and said that's why he said he would like to speak with you.
Okay. Well, that's great then. Thank you. Yeah, so then I'll finish breakfast and put on my nicest suit, not formal, but attorney attire and
attorney attire.
I guess
your ace attorney attire. I'm probably frozen. Yeah, I'm just looking at
I will call a car. I am not gonna show up.
You're not gonna schlep over there.
I am not going to go in the Hansmobile.
Not in the Hansmobile? Yeah, he's in. I think West Hills is still another nice area. We'll go with that. He's not quite in Silverwood, but. And you would think he would stay near the lake, but it turns out that most of the areas that are near the lake are pretty shitty. So, which
That's what I'm
somebody
noticing.
should,
It's kind of
which is kind of weird because you would think anybody who get to be lakeside would actually be probably
feeling all right about being on the lake. Yeah, being on the water.
people haven't got onto that trend yet, I guess.
Ooh,
It's
that sounds like
yeah,
an
that's what it is.
opportunity.
You should pick up some East End property on the cheap. There you go.
That's right.
So yeah, you take the car over to his. It's a very nice. It's I mean, you know your uncle. He's military life for life, man. He's whatever. He's like, he says he's retired, but you don't really believe it. Like, he still does stuff. Like, that on the, like, again, it's Saturday, right? So obviously he's not working today, but like, whenever you've spoken to your parents or you have siblings, right? I think older siblings and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, whenever anybody discusses your uncle, the Admiral, right? Ooh, the Admiral. He's a very busy man and takes a lot of business. It's also a lot of people court him for his influence because he knows a lot of people, and he's done a lot of things. So for those reasons, he seems to be quite popular in the city with folks. So. But yeah, you see his you get to his home. It's it's not like an estate or anything like that. So, but it's a very, very nice modernized home on the outskirts of the city, more on the west side, right? So as I said, I think west, hence the West Hills. So
a little more accessible for people to come and court him.
100%. Yeah, you're not that one of the downsides to your property where you live at the Skye Estate is that it's out in the middle of effing nowhere. But it's the rich area of town, but it takes 45 minutes to get everywhere. It's like Atlanta. You get greeted by one of his house staff. They take you inside. He has like a smoking room, where he's already got something in a glass with ice that he's drinking. Not quite sure what it is. The room does smell of cigars. He's got a newspaper. He's looking at it. There's a globe. It's like there's a globe. There's a bunch of books on like war, and like there's a map. He's got the Soreta flag and a bunch of like awards there and everything like that. Trophies for reasons and everything else. So
Oh, I'll just have whatever he's having. That'd be fine.
And they get you. You get something on ice. That's obviously liqueur. So
Admiral.
Yes, Farank.
How are you, sir?
Why? What are you doing, boy?
Oh, you asked me to come.
No. What are you doing? What's with the company you're keeping these days?
Oh, are you referring to my current position of employment?
I am.
Oh, yeah, the Skye household, I believe, is who you're referring to. I assume you're not talking about Rock and Winters. Do you have problems?
No, I'm talking about the Skye household.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Well, I was hired on. Miss Stredmeyer is the head of household there.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Oh,
I'm aware.
Okay. She said the regards.
I understand.
And so yeah, no, I've trained to be an advocate, and they needed an advocate, and so I'm currently under their employ.
Does advocate not do a thing what we call due diligence?
Well, sir, I know that it has been quite some time since you were, a lowly first lieutenant, but sometimes when you need a job out of the gates, you take the job that is offered to you.
I'm aware of who you're working for. It's who you're working with. I'm more concerned.
Oh, so a particular member of the household?
Yeah, I mean, Esten's a champ. Esten's a champ. I've I've been all over the world. That man has served Soreta in one form or another better than anyone I can speak of. He's a man of character, but he's also a practical person. So I warn you that should things go south, he will hang you out to dry.
I assume as such. That seems to be his way, especially considering that he had hung his entire family out to dry. Yeah, no, for as far as the rest of the family is concerned, yes, they are indeed a little, shall we say, rough around the edges, sir.
Well, it's not even the edges that I'm worried about. I'm just worried about that some of them seem to be pursuing things that may, in time, get them in trouble.
It's been a challenge thus far. They tend to keep returning back to the trades that got them up in this world when they didn't know that they came from an inheritance, and so they keep going back and doing things like getting in fights and
fighting's not the problem. Be careful for them, because some of them are asking questions in the wrong places in this city, and it's only starting to ruffle some feathers.
Oh. Do you mind if I ask more specifically which questions are being asked?
Yeah, I do. So, all I'm saying is the company now, keep in mind, Esten is an interesting character. He keeps particular people within his employ for reasons. But like I said, if he needs to cut his losses, he will. And I don't think blood matters.
I see.
And you ain't even blood, boy. So
No, certainly not. I'm certainly trying to make my way as an advocate and establish myself in the city. So if I'm always ears if you have a recommendation for another household that's in need of an advocate, but right now
no.
gig in town.
No, Esten's good. His money's good. The Marquis leaves his mark all over the world. And it's been some time since he's been here. And so you'll learn a lot from him. But I think what you need to learn is just to make sure, again, you're not ruffling the wrong people and their feathers. So, and he goes over to a box as he's drinking, and he opens it, and he takes out a coin. You've seen this coin before, or a coin like this before, and he goes, and he brings it over to you, and he hands it to you. He's like, I'm confident in you. You've always been a good kid. You're smart. Well, okay. You got a good face. And that'll take you far in the city. He's like, but should things go wrong, go south, this is a one-time get out of free jail card.
Okay. I'll take it. Put it in my pocket.
No.
I'll take a look at it first.
Sure, it's the coin you saw. You were glimpsing, huh? No, it is. Well, no, it's the one. It's the mark. It's the marquee. It's the M one that Esten was giving out. It's Esten's challenge coin, not challenge coin, but marker.
You said he is the marquee. I hadn't heard him use that term before. What is he the marquee of?
Oh, it's kind of a joke. It's an international thing. Doesn't have as much weight here in the city. But again, you'd be surprised at the things, the international incidents that Esten stopped from escalating. He's put more people in and out of power around this world than you would count on your hands.
Seems like I have actually fallen in a very good place. Is there a particular individual that you think I should keep a closer eye on than others?
Oh no, I think they're all treading in
They're-
some dangerous
they're-
spaces.
Okay. Well, you've given me so much to work with, sir.
If I point you at one, you're gonna lose sight of another, and that puts you in a. Trust me, this has been my business for a very long time, and I tell you this, that you need to keep your eyes open, keep a
Yes,
a
sir.
smile on that face, and it'll take you
That's what I'm
far.
here to do.
Mm.
I would like to use witness testimony.
Sure.
When I interview a witness, I gain an additional clue when you gain information. This could be something they are hiding or would have otherwise failed to mention.
Yeah. Sure. The one extra piece that it kind of says in passing is he mentions he speaks that he works for ministries, and one of the ministries he does mention offhandedly is the Ministry of Security, and that and another thing tied to that is he mentions that Esten's never been officially a member of the military. He has worked with the Ministry of Security before. In international Ministry of Security is mostly national level. So Esten is outside of that, but was working on an international level for the, and that's how they came across each other. That's mostly is when he's talking about like Esten doing things around the world and this and this and this. The part that kind of happens in passing is that that occurs because of his work with the Ministry of Security, and then internationally coming into ties. Yeah.
Well, sir. Was there anything else that you? Did you get our invitation?
What? Why do you think you are here, boy?
Well, I just want to know.
I take
getting some head counts. I just want to know
you're pretty. God, you're pretty.
Well, are you coming?
Oh yes, of course. Well, of course I'm coming. It's an Esten soiree. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't miss that for the world.
That's all I was asking, sir. I thought we were supposed to be the Society of Ravens. Society, like, you don't just ask the questions outright. That's against the rules.
I'm not even like loosely associated with it. He's a society member, but not very high actually within the society. His business takes him mostly on the other side. He's like,
very well.
It's like,
well, I look forward to seeing you there. It's going to be an interesting time for sure.
Gosh darn it, boy. All right. Yeah. All right. Here, have another drink. It's Saturday morning. It's
I will. I'll have a drink and I'll sit down and just.
Yeah. He even offers you a cigar.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And I'll hang out there for a while then.
Yeah, you get that. They talk about other things. He asks about how your family's doing. Really, he kind of knows already. The gist that you get is like any question that he's asking, he already kind of knows the answer to his own questions. He seems pretty knowledgeable about the goings on in the city. He seems like if you actually, as a good contact, if you needed to ask about things going on in the city,
right?
Maybe things relating to military stuff, activity within the city, and so forth. Great contact for that. However, you also get that he will probably not tell you 100% of the truth all the time. And while you find Esten to be slippery, this guy might actually be more slippery than Esten. So
he was always that great uncle that would steal your nose. I know that.
He steals your nose. Yeah, he's and then he would tell you these these grandiose stories of at dinner or whatever for the holidays and stuff like that. And nobody's like, "There's no way that's true." And now you're starting to think, "Oh, those were all true." Every single one of those stories.
Every single one.
So every single one. All right.
Awesome.
Okay. So wait, what time is it? Oh, you know what? So that's great. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, intermission, so that we can fuel up, hydrate, and check our postures and so forth. So see you all back in 5 minutes past the hour. Yay, baby! Quick fun thing. All right, we're back. Gosh darn it, son. I swear. All right. So now we'll move on to Ignatus. And you luck out. I mean, you still probably you either have Hans drop you off or you have a car take you out there. So you're still in Silverwood, but it takes you Silverwood east out toward the lake area, where there are a few estates
towards our new real estate investments.
into your new real estate investments. You do realize that are probably going to be quite nice in the future. Yeah, and you pull up, and it is a beautiful estate. It is very well kept. The gardens, topiaries, everything is just it's immaculate, and it is looking over. And as you're pulling up, it's a beautiful sight, and you can only imagine that like from the house itself, because it's this overlook. It's kind of like up on a hill overlooking the lake. It's positioned in a way that like it doesn't have to see all the business docks, right, which is more towards south side of the lake. It's got an immaculate view. So quite a fortunate individual who lives here, to have such a nice opulent place to live. And when you pull in, the gates open for you. And there are a number of household attendants, and most of them are very large, very muscular. They all very, very well kept appearance and everything. It is almost night and day to the current Skye establishment and the staff that you all have. Your staff need some training. They probably could use their uniforms to be a little bit more uniform. This not this place. This place is like perfect. So
well, can I do like a perception? Are these guys unusually muscular for household staff? Like, is this like?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll. What would be the best thing here? Yeah, you could go for insight.
That's 17.
17, yeah. Maybe disproportionate number. Let's go with that. Like the number of people here, but it's not like you don't get the idea that these guys are like muscular, and it's more like vanity muscular instead of like military or like security muscular. Like, yeah, you get the and it's across the board, right? So I don't want to singular gender there. It's across the board. Like everyone is very like fit, good looking, well to do there, right? It's more again vanity looks than anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't feel like you just walked into like a
trap,
like a dojo, yeah. This isn't American Ninja 2 or anything like that. It's I think you're good. I don't know if that happened in American Ninja 2. Probably did. I love that series. I don't remember any of it. More one of those
stuff too.
It's one of those series that like I definitely have more fonder memories of than I think if I watched it again today it wouldn't hold up. But so you walk into the household. It takes you upstairs and everything like that. There's a singular attendant that guides you. He's like Victor Rook looks very fortunate to speak with you. He understands you have some questions.
Yeah, I understand he has some history with something I'm looking into, and I want to just discuss it with him.
Yes, he seemed to chat up to all of the staff that you are a welcome guest here. Is there anything that we can bring you this morning? Would you like a mimosa or coffee or?
I will take a coffee. Thank you.
He signals to one of the other attendants. He doesn't leave you, and he takes you into again the interior is amazing. It's not like I wouldn't say it's gilded everywhere, but again, very nice white marble, the beautiful paintings. Your observation, if you were to like calculate, I mean, it's a very wealthy home, right? With lots of nothing, no space is like it also seems like it has been decorated in a sense to not waste space, but not like there's not a bunch of tchotchkes all over the place, right? Like there's not like, you know, it's a presentation of sorts that you're there. And as you're taken to a sitting room where there is a gentleman sipping on a coffee that, you know, most coffees look black, but or slightly gray, I guess, if there's some milk in it. It's definitely a black coffee. He's wearing an impeccable suit. He's got a bolo tie, a big handlebar like mustache. He's got long hair and a ponytail that has been immaculate. The thing that you notice the most, though, he's got a cowboy hat on. But the thing that you notice most of all is that he's blind, and his eyes are like burned out almost. And as you enter the room, he goes, "Well, ain't you a sight for sore eyes?"
I suppose so.
Welcome. Please have a seat.
Mr. Rook, I presume.
Victor Rook. Yeah.
Victor, I'm Ignatus Ibeson. I heard
Ibeson. Cousins to the Skye family, right?
distant cousin. Yep.
Yeah. Interesting. Please have a seat. And he gestures to the area in front of him.
I'll go sit down.
He's at all times he's following you. Like he's not looking off or whatever. Like he has you very clearly somewhere in the space in front where you think he would be looking. So what brings you to the Rook household, the house of the blind gunslinger, as they like to call me?
I had not heard that term. That's very interesting.
And you look around this room, and it is like the walls have multiple weapons, guns, arbalists, everything. You also see trophies, writing, like news clippings and so forth of basically, you know, top international duelists, like people that he's taken down and so forth over the years. And you see the history too, right? You see the history of like when he was younger, he was not blind, and it wasn't until like about 30 years ago, roughly, that he lost his sight.
Would that be before or after the duel with Frederick?
It would be after.
After. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you know, Esten Skye has returned to the city, and he has asked me to be associated with him and be part of the family or closer with the family. But you know, the reputation of the Skye household makes me a bit nervous, and so I wanted to do a bit of research before I aligned myself with them.
Oh, the Skye household is nothing been but honorable lot as long as I've known him. I mean, I felt bad when I killed Frederick the first, and then I knew his grandnephew, or sorry, not his grandnephew, his nephew, interesting boy. Yeah, no, it was a shame what happened to him too.
And what exactly did you hear happened to him? Because I just want to clarify what I've heard.
He died in a duel. Tragic that name tends to bring about such things.
And who was that with? Because I have to be honest, I had thought it was with you. I guess I got my Federicks confused when reading the histories.
Yeah, this gentleman is 75 years old. He's an older man. the notes that you have is that the other Frederick was looking into the Mara Gray part, and that you knew that he was connected to the original death. He was not the person that Frederick was going to go duel. That was another person that was going to go duel. Other Frederick. Having the same names.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
So it's my understanding from some research I did that the younger Frederick, Frederick II, I guess we'll refer to him now, he believed that you knew something about the some secrets of the Skye household, and I was just wondering if you had any details of what that would be.
Yeah, he was right. Sadly, I think because of his research, it led to his untimely demise. My cousin, Isabel Gray, was not a fan of the Skye family for reasons that are her own. He's like, it's too nice of a day to stay inside. Let's step outside, shall we? And he picks up his coffee, and you see him kind of walk perfectly to the door that he opens up out to a deck overlooking the lake, and it is the most beautiful sight. As you can see, there's a couple military grade arbalists and whatever there, and it looks like a disc for shooting. The word escapes me right at this moment because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Skeet shoot. There we go. Skeet shoots there, or whatever, right? And he just kind of looks out over he's like, the irony is not lost on me that a blind man has the most beautiful sight in all of Soreta. But I guess that's how it goes when one is punished by the gods.
Punished by the gods, you say? What is it that you would have done that caused you to get punished by the gods?
It was more of a punishment from my dear sweet cousin.
Isabel?
Yeah. But we don't like to say her name so much around here.
Well, I know, I've pieced together the history of her going to Gentle Hearts and some of the things that happened there. But it sounds like she was more involved with what was going on here with you, even after that?
Yeah. Her reach, even from inside there, was far longer than some believed.
And do you believe that she may have been behind some of the curses that befell the Skye family?
Curses? No, I feel that family is cursed. That is without a doubt in my mind. But I do feel she had a hand in a few things. What'd you want to do?
I was going to say insight check, but he did say that he believes she had a hand in it. So,
you can still give an insight check.
All right, that's a 10.
10.
Oh wait, no, but that's 2 on the die, so I can re-roll that.
Yes, you can. Look at that. See, it does happen sometimes that you're.
And now it'll be a 9. No, it's a 21.
21. There you go. You get the impression that what he's saying is true, but he's also when he speaks of Isabel, or doesn't ever say her name really, but like implies about it. He's definitely shaken by that name and what she's done. But he does believe that the curse is for real. Like,
okay.
but sometimes the hand of the gods is delivered by the mortals that dwell within this world.
Well, as I said, I've been invited to, become closer to the family, but it makes me nervous if there's possibly someone like Isabel looking to do them harm.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, I heard that one of their family members died recently, so I don't know. I was just wondering if there's anybody else that's out there.
No, Isabel's been dead for years. I don't know of anybody else.
Not even her children?
I'm not aware she has a child. I'll let your insight carry through because it was a decent enough roll. He's not lying.
Okay.
As far as this is concerned. It's like I thought all my business. He starts to get nervous when you say that because he goes, I thought all my business with that woman was done.
No, she had a child while at Gentle Hearts.
Huh. That I was not aware of. It explains some of her anger over the years then afterwards. Maybe she was protecting something more. I was not aware of that. Is this child still about?
I do not know whether the child's about, but I don't know that. I mean, they may even be grandchildren at this point, with how long it's been.
Grandchildren, even.
It seems like the Gray family did not completely disappear.
Well, I hope the poison that was in my cousin's blood did not pass on to her children and their descendants.
Sorry, I'm just checking my notes here.
Uh-huh.
Is there anyone else that was closely tied with the Gray family that you think might be able to provide some details for me or some information?
Not particularly. That family ruined itself. I was one of the few people that, well, back in the day, believed in honor, and so I was misled by the words of my cousin. That's what led me to dueling Frederick, the first, as you like to call him now. So.
And speaking of that duel, there were a number of people that were surprised that Frederick fell to his wounds because they did not seem that great.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think back on that day a lot. I'm not sure if someone replaced the ammunition that I was using, or perhaps it was the doctors that were involved. Something didn't quite make sense because this Frederick the First was quite a skilled, but we were both young at the time, but he was quite a skilled gunslinger himself. Should have been able to, well, he didn't, but move out quite fast enough. But that wound, again, like you said, shouldn't have killed him. It's a grazing shot.
Did you ever have any
nowadays he'd be dead, but for other reasons.
Did you ever have any reasons to suspect anybody specifically of swapping out your ammunition?
Years later, I realized that it may have been my cousin.
Timelining that though, Chris, like, wasn't she in the sanitarium at that point, or was she not?
No, not at 18. At 18, she hadn't. Like, the scandal kind of happened about the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The timing works a little weird there, right? So you suspect that Isabel and Marzita's relationship was probably going on about that time. It wasn't until a couple years later the whole thing, like when
The scandal blew up.
The scandal blew up and everything, right? This kind of happened a little bit before that, but you don't know enough details of whether or not like this was involved, this was attached, or whatever. What he's telling you now is kind of new information, and not the fact that a cousin of Marzita's was involved in the duel that Frederick I was involved in, and died. And now he's letting you know that he thinks that Isabel may have been involved with that death there.
Okay. So sorry, you just confused me there. You said a cousin of Marzita was involved in the duel, which is
Victor Rook.
Victor Rook is a cousin of Marzita, a cousin of Isabel.
Sorry, cousin Isabel. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So okay, timeline wise, okay, that fits. I just wanted to confirm that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then later on, you know that Frederick II was reaching out to Victor Rook because he was trying to figure out what was going on with that. And then before he could talk, he was involved in a duel that he died in.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Pieces are starting to fit together. So, Victor, would you be interested in attending a soiree?
A soiree, you say? I love soirees.
Yeah, we're having one at the Skye Estate, and I know Esten wanted to invite as many people as possible from Silverwood. So,
oh, Esten, it's been some time. You gonna have any sarsaparilla there?
I'm sure we can make sure we do.
Oh, that'd be great.
Excellent. I'll have our household contact your household with the details for when it's scheduled.
I look forward to it. I'll do like a soiree. Is there anything else I can answer for you? Be of service of you? Cool.
No, I think you answered every question I had for now. Hopefully, I'll if I need any more information, I will reach out, or we can chat at the soiree.
Look forward to it. Not that I do believe in curses, but not that I think you should worry, but everybody that I've known that's ever dipped their little toe into the pond that is the Gray family has either come up dead or been severely cursed by it.
That's good to know. That's why I'm trying to learn about the history of the Skye family before I get too involved with them.
I see. Well, do be careful now.
Sounds good. Have a good day.
You too.
Enjoy your view. Oh, wait, sorry.
He goes, I hear it's breathtaking.
And then I'll excuse myself and make my way out.
Yeah. You have the you're escorted out by one or two of the servants of the household. And a ride comes for you. I don't know how you wanted to, whether it was Hans or whatever the case would be. So
yeah, I mean, I would have asked Hans to wait, but if I don't know whether
Hans would have waited. Yeah, Hans would have waited.
Okay.
Or driven off and dropped off Reggie downtown so she go to the Brass Rose. So
whatever works.
Yeah, pick it up, Reggie. What's up, Reggie? Reggie's going to the Brass Rose. Gonna go see the Brass Rose, Madame Rose.
Yes, and since I'm essentially going to see my second boss, I'm going to make sure, even though it feels like there is a brass band trying to march its way out of my skull, I'm going to try to, from drinking the entire last day, I'm going to try to look presentable, and like that is not at all what's happening to me. So
it should be. I mean, honestly, like as a member of the brass consortium, this is kind of, how they roll, right? So
and then a tiny hair of the dog, and out the door.
drink, work, drink. So you get to the club. Do you go through the service entrance? Do you go through the front? How do you want to approach this one?
Service entrance.
Okay.
Yeah, this is work. If I'm going there with the Skies or to make an appearance, then
Sure.
the front, but
Well,
otherwise service.
Yeah, but everyone's quite friendly to you. You get in quite easily. One, because of your accessibility, the ability for being part of the Brass Consortium, and two, just because you've been working there a lot lately, or have been seen there a lot. So you're given entrance. You're not escorted up, but your point. I mean, you're told that you can, that Madame Rose is available and you can go up and see her. And she's at her. She's not at her desk. She's overlooking she has her view from her office that oversees the entire Brass Rose cabaret establishment. So, and from there, again, she has a view of obviously the floor, the entertainers, the bar, but also the rigging and everything else, right? Like it's a mix of like the best seat in the house, but also like in the sense of like for the entertainment and everything, but also full purview of everything that kind of goes on within that space. There, you feel like from that nest there that she's able to kind of glean everything that's going on.
Does it look like maybe the corners bounce sound up to about where she's standing?
Yeah, it's definitely the acoustics are designed in a way that she probably is able to not necessarily where she's standing. You get the feeling that if she moves to certain points within, because you have observed her up there, that she doesn't just stand in one spot. She tends to move, kind of methodically from spot to spot to spot. Otherwise, it would be probably because there's too much of a chance that conversation would conflict with each other if it was a singular spot within the building.
All right. And I knock on the door frame. Is this a good time?
Oh, yes, Miss Wren, of course.
How are you doing?
Fine. Business is going well. There are a number of things within the city that seem to be transpiring, and so just keeping an ear on all of that.
I'm glad business is going well. I'm just checking in. You've been so kind with all of the resources and the training that you've given me. I don't feel like I'm doing enough for you.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would also not consider it kindness. Remember, it's a business, and you. Not all payments come up front.
I do understand. I think I'm just eager to earn my keep.
I understand that, but I'm sure that will come soon enough. What matter? I mean, what matters do you feel you would like to contribute, or that gift you left was quite intriguing. I would be careful if you find more of these. Marzila's husband was both a propagandist, but towards the end of his life, he started to write more revolutionary pieces. Some may consider those works to be treason within the city.
Well, it's not a surprise that he wrote such things. It seems like more than a handful of people know that. I wouldn't necessarily hand them out or present them to an audience, but I figured if anybody were to have one, it should be you.
Let me restructure the way I said that.
Okay.
You are correct. He was accused of being treasonous towards the end of his career, and that's how he felt. But there was no evidence of such things. People were moving against him in ways to discredit him and the Skye family. The fact that such things do exist means that there is, because he was considered one of the preeminent propagandists within the city. He wrote many and produced many films, and before that, theater. extolling the virtues of Vesipon. So,
well, I can make sure that were there any others, which I can neither confirm nor deny, that they wouldn't reach the light of day. And if the one that I gave to you, you would rather not, I can take it back.
oh no, it is safely kept away somewhere where it should not fall into the wrong hands. I just, in my lifetime, I have been in many different circles, and one of those circles would have gone to great measures to get such things before. So,
are you? I'm just curious. This doesn't in any way change my opinion of you. Obviously, that wouldn't even truly matter. But
your opinion of me matters. Yes.
Are you actually in favor of Esten Skye? Do you know him from back when he used to be in the city more?
No, I did not know him when. Well, yet. But say that question one more time. There are many facets to that to which I could answer.
I guess it is a 2-point question. One, are you generally in favor of Esten? And then 2, did you know him when he used to be in the city more? It sounds like you did not.
So the first part being, yes, I do like Esten. His work on an international level is exceptional. He is probably one of the most influential people I've ever met internationally. If you were to come across him in another country or another city, you'd be amazed and probably a bit scared at whatever it was that he was up to at that moment. My time in knowing Esten was never within the city, though. I knew him on an international level. My career only came to Soreta as well a few years back. I say a few. It's been many more than a few now at this point. But my time in knowing Esten and meeting Esten was also while I was doing work internationally.
Okay. Thank you for that. If there are, I always feel so silly. I guess this is why I haven't spoken with you much other than knowing you're very busy, is because anything that I might know, I feel you already do.
I would say that's an incorrect assumption. Mostly I may know something of it, but I may not always know the details. And I think you will come to learn over time that one piece of information or one's perspective of a situation is not always the whole perspective of a situation. And so that is why I enjoy any pieces of information I gather from yourself or others within the consortium and the different cells that exist within the city. And, Soreta itself is a living, breathing place, right? There are so many different things that are going on. And, again, perspective, where one comes from, where one sits, where one stands, and what they observe is very different than my position here. And this point within my office is very different than the position of the person that is on stage. They're living and experiencing a very different moment at the exact same time. And that experience could be described in a very different way.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, to that end, are you familiar with Dr. Swan? Do you have any interest in the things that he's been doing?
Dr. Swan, the automaton manufacturer, correct? The experiments he has, if I'm not mistaken, he has grants from the Department or the Ministry of War, the sponsorships within the government, has a tendency to work with the church in gathering their cast-offs, and that's his connection to the Gentle Hearts facility, amongst others, I believe.
Yes, and he's trying to take some of those cast-offs and move their essence into those automatons.
Yes, that will not go over well, I'm sure, with some of the union members. Union and consortium members. We already have a strong contingency within the with an anti-automaton movement. People feel like they are encroaching upon the work of humans. So to take a soul, if you will, and put it in would create I think a consortium of philosophy and thinking and arguments that may go beyond the city itself.
I agree. I was just curious because I know that at least I had the good fortune. I had the opportunity to visit.
Yes. Opportunity is much different than fortune. That's
Yes,
for sure.
Sacred Hearts. And I know that they had a music program there, and it wasn't going very well. But they really liked. Sorry,
Go on.
They couldn't keep a musician for more than a short period of time at any given time. And often more traditional songs would upset the patients for very understandable reasons, but they seem to really like international music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of international friends, but I figured if there were musicians coming through looking for a stint in the city, it might be a good way for them to make a little extra cash or spend time or
Interesting. No, that is an opportunity that I was not aware of. So yes, we could easily put in some rotational musicians. That way, I worry more of the safety of the entertainers than anything else. But I feel on a rotational basis, it shouldn't be a problem.
What if one of my family members is in the Court of Rats, and what if they were able to find people who are also trying to make a bit of extra cash, who might be willing to work as security for the musicians? Since both they and you trade in secrets, it might be a good partnership.
Possibly. I don't deal directly with the Rat King and his ilk, but occasionally they come across each other. It's not for a, well, I won't say it's neither a want or a not to want that we don't work together. Is simply that normally our business and their business don't always cross paths, and we've staked out certain spaces amongst ourselves as to reduce conflict. That has partially been also because of the governor's wishes. There was a time when I would say the factions perhaps tried to cut out more and more areas within the city for themselves, and this grew the ire of the governor, and the governor at the time. We've been through many governors over the years. It's really who falls in and out of favor for the autarch, who keeps the position. But if you did not know this, the position of governor of Soreta is not one that people actually want, because it is a place that basically goes against most of the rest of the traditional space of Vesapon's beliefs. But due to the amount of creativity, the amount of new product discoveries and so forth for the war efforts, is allowed to kind of exist, though many of the traditional views of Vesapon are ignored, if we will.
I see. I know you don't deal directly with them, but if that is a solution to help bolster, because also if the souls that are in that facility are bolstered and similar facilities, I haven't visited any others though, then that's less opportunity for this automaton project to succeed, I would suppose.
Or succeed.
Oh,
I have no opinion one way or the other for
Right.
the success or failure of this project. So I think new discoveries are needed. Should the good doctor's work produce results, then I feel that we have potentially new members that could join our ranks.
I see. I had misunderstood. I thought you were not as much of a fan of the idea, but I suppose you said that the factions were not.
There are members within the consortium who are not. And there are definitely members within the Iron Union who are not, because they, again, fear that they'll take away jobs from. But that is always a fear of certain folks. This is one opinion of the situation.
Well, regardless, if you do want to, I would be willing to help.
I'm definitely willing to send musicians and gather and get potential workers, whether they need protection or not. Let us not jump to that assumption yet, and see how the conditions are.
It was simply because you said you were worried about safety.
Yeah, I mean, I am from the stories I've heard, right, and what you were just explaining, that they didn't have good success, but maybe I'm open to the idea of hiring protection. Normally, it's not outside the room. Normally, we have folks within our own ranks that can do such things, but in the effort of bolstering friendships and creating new friends, yes, I'll. Perhaps we can make an arrangement where the Court of Rats provides some form of protection racket to go along with our musicians.
I mean, you can certainly use your own members if you'd like, but it was simply a thought.
Yeah.
Also, that way you have someone who's not in the consortium taking the brunt of any possible harm.
It's true. The thing you're getting from she's not outright saying, it's just the factions as a whole, while they again they don't always mingle quite a bit, right? They're a bit like it is very clear. And obviously your influence project is trying to kind of bridge that. But which makes it a much more difficult kind of influence project, because it is kind of going against the grain of what folks usually would be doing, right?
That's why I'm only like this far in it.
Yeah. Well, it's part of the reason why you're only this far in it. But yeah, it's that's for sure. I will keep an open mind in this regard, especially in a matter that, I mean, this Gentle Hearts is outside the city main. So perhaps it is a good testing ground to see if better relationships can be and partnerships can be made between our groups.
Well, thank you. One last thing, and I don't want to take too much of your time. And if you can't speak to this, it's totally fine. I just know you hear a lot of things. I know that there is a cult stealing people off the streets, and I'm just trying to figure out, just for my own safety and the safety of some of my friends, who's moving those pieces. If you can't speak to it, I understand.
I mean, would and also be careful when you use the word cult. The cult does not like it when you reference other folks as cults. It tends to muddy the water. I mean, that's part of the reason why people say what they say and why the cults of Tenebris.
There's a I'm assuming absolutely nobody can hear this conversation, or I would not be having
No.
it.
Yeah. So it's consider it sort of it's like your parlor.
Mhm.
Whereas like it's very different. I mean, people could potentially like try to hear the conversation, but not really. Like it's very difficult.
All right. There is a group called the Sacred Flame, and they're stealing orphans off the street to try to use them.
Seekers of the Flame?
What is it?
Seekers of
the Flame. Thank you.
Yes, that's right.
Seekers of the Flame that are trying to steal people. I know that the police are being moved to certain areas of town and not others, which is enabling this. And it's not the politicians doing it. Is it the church?
I would not say it is the church per se either, or it is not politicians in one sense, but it is influential people within the city are making these movements.
Okay.
It is just not the people who consider themselves to be influential. I can say. I believe that there are members within this sect that you are speaking of that come from all walks of life within the city. It is actually not hard. It's funny that they call themselves the Seekers of the Flame. It's not hard to spark a flame within people if they want to believe something wholeheartedly. There are many who do not fully understand the teachings of the church, and because of that, whether who's to blame for that is a different story, but because people are not always fully educated in the ways of the church, it is easy for people to, and this goes for the cult as well, actually. It is easy for people to take bits and sparks, if you will, and create a flame out of them and put that into their heart in which they want to believe things. This is not the first time that this group has popped up within the city, but I was under the understanding that they had disappeared, or at least been the flame had been put out, if you will, in the city. But obviously, people believe in things strong enough, or if someone is able to reignite that spark in the city, then it will return. And it seems that it has. I feel that perhaps it was never fully put out, but simply was smoldering until an opportunity came about for that.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I ran into a few of them the other night.
Seekers.
Yes.
What in what sense? In the robes that have been jumping people and grabbing them?
Yes. And then in a more social setting as well.
In a more social setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's in I'm sorry, I asked only because I'm curious as to where, in what type of people.
So they have been, I mean, it's both been talked about, but also fully witnessed by one of my associates, that they are in robes taking people off the street, and that they're doing very targeted attacks.
This I've heard as well.
Yes. Beyond that, I went out for drinks last night, and with mixed company, and that encouraged some members to attack.
And they were
pick a fight.
So you were having drinks, and there was a bunch of people in robes at the same place that you were having drinks at, and they decided to.
They weren't in robes; they were in plain clothes, but they decided to attack, and then we found.
Well, how did you know that they were Seekers of the Flame?
I believe they had the symbol on them, right?
A symbol. They had a symbol on them. A symbol.
Okay. Yeah, it was like an eye, sort of a symbol.
Oh, that's very on the nose. Interesting. That identifying mark I was not aware of. I just only known that they were having been seen in robes, and they'd been kidnapping orphans, and Though the orphan theory, again, we keep hearing orphans only because that's what the newspapers have been. But I have folks looking into it just to see if that is actually 100% accurate or not, or if that's simply an easy.
I mean, if they're taking people who don't have a lot of family or connections, then they aren't going to be missed.
That part I believe. I'm just making sure that what they're tagging them as is not simply an easy thing to just throw on. Oh, orphans, you know. And then there's something else that I miss here, but interesting.
We might be looking into this more, and if we do you want information if I get it?
I always love information. Like, again, you provided some pieces of information I was not aware of just now. So always valuable.
I'll let you know what I find out then.
Excellent. Is there anything else, Ms. Wren, that I can help you with?
Oh, that's it. I've already taken so much of your time. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, it's Saturday morning. It's fine. So didn't have much else on the agenda today other than to see what tonight's lineup would be looking like slightly. So
what is the lineup looking like?
Not bad. It's had a we're trying out a few new acts to see how they do. It's there's a convention in town, so hoping we'll have some good numbers filling in the cabaret for folks looking to get a true Soreta experience. That's what we sell. That's what we sell at the little kiosks near the tourist spots. Is experience a true Soreta experience at the Brass Rose Cabaret.
Well, I'm sure you'll have a packed house.
I'm sure. Well then, Ms. Red, have a fabulous day. I wish you well. Do be safe, and yes, of course. If you pick up any other information, I'm always happy to hear what you have to share.
All right. You have a wonderful day and evening yourself.
She goes back to standing over by the window and lights up a new cigarette in her long cigarette stem, smokes away.
Then I go head back, I guess, to the house to see if anybody needs help this afternoon.
There we go. So everyone hopefully rounds back out to the house for a Saturday afternoon. But what we'll do here is we will fade to black until next week. So before we say goodbye, let's see who was with us this evening. Mandy,
I play Raven as always. You can find me here on Tuesday nights.
Awesome. And Winston.
I'm Winston. When I'm not getting yelled at by my boss, I have a webcomic called The Subconscious Eye. It can be found at subconsciouseye.com, and it can be found on socials as Subconscious Eye Studios, or on Facebook is Subconscious Eye, just under the Subconscious Eye.
Remember, you're not even a piece on the board. And
yeah, that's not hurtful.
And Matthew Bell.
Matthew Bell, playing Farank Turn. I am on Instagram. You can also find me on the official Play on Words Studios Discord server, where we chat about the game and other things as well.
Sweet. And Matt Walsh.
Hi, I'm Matt Walsh, playing Ignatus Ibison, and you can find me at most socials at Matt P. Walsh. Otherwise, here every Tuesday night.
Excellent. And Ariel.
I'm Ariel Caston. I play Reggie Wren. You can find me on socials at Ariel Caston and on my podcast, Large Nerdron Collider. We will not have an episode this week, though.
Oh, well. I just have to wait patiently for the next one.
Or catch up on the last one if you didn't.
Or catch up on the last one, exactly. It's always a good time when there's a little break on things, right? All right. So shout out to the folks, the incredible team behind Shadow City Mysteries, who keep the things going. Game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Robert Stoddard. Character art, Adam Schubert. Tarot art, Luana Zara. And UI and graphic art, Flora Ciartino of the Wanderer's Tome. I'm been Christopher Mifsud. I've been your game master and host this evening. There's a bunch of, you know what? If you wanna hear what I was gonna say now, just go back to the beginning of the episode. I'll say it all over again. You can just check it that way. I won't have to repeat myself. But I will say this. If you've enjoyed today's adventure or mystery, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We do appreciate all the support. And big shout out to the folks that are supporting us on the Patreon and following us here. Again, give us a follow if you want to get updated. Follow, subscribe, follow. And that helps a lot. So yeah, you get a little bit of a spiel there. All right, cool. We'll see everybody next week in the shadows. Bye.